you doing at the time the planes hit the Twin Towers and the Pentagon?
I was walking the dog.
What was your first reaction?
First reaction, I heard something on the radio, so then it was a perfect day. It was a beautiful day. That's the one thing I remember. Perfectly clear sky, perfect early fall day. Came home then and, of course, turned the television on, and there the tower's burning. And then, you're just watching in shock. And then, yeah.
Did you call anyone?
Not at first, but then I did. The phone rang as I was, I think, just kind of hypnotized by it in a way, and I picked up the phone. It was my dad. And I was on the phone with him for a while.
What were you doing at the time the planes hit the Twin Towers and the Pentagon?
I was in 7th grade, so the first time I was in math class, I was in algebra, and an announcement came on, but my teacher did not turn on the TV, and then I realized what happened when I was in English the next period.
What was your first reaction?
I didn't really know what was going on, so I don't remember what my reaction was, but I remember realizing what actually happened when I got home that day and was watching the news. And obviously I had a lot of questions, but just very, very sympathetic and sad for those families and people affected. I doubt that I called anyone just because I was in 7th grade, so I'm sure we talked about it at dinner and everything, so no, I did not call anyone.
What were you doing at the time the planes hit the Twin Towers and the Pentagon?
Well, I was teaching in my classroom, and Mrs. Heinrich came down and told us to turn on our television sets. And when I turned on my television set, the second plane, right at that time, the second plane hit the towers.
What was your first reaction?
It was shock. Everybody was shocked by it. Couldn't believe it happened.
Did you call anyone?
Well, I called my wife because I knew her brother was supposed to fly out of Boston that day, and actually he was supposed to be on that first plane, but work called him off the plane and back to work, so he just really missed it. He survived because of that.
What were you doing at the time that the planes hit the Twin Towers and the Pentagon?
I was teaching in room 227, and a student came up. His name was Steve Sams, and for as long as I can remember stuff, I'll remember it was him that came busting into my room saying, "Turn on your television, turn on your television." I said, "What for?" He said, "Because a plane just flew into the World Trade Center." And I said, "What?" So my first reaction is just shock and disbelief. But then I turn on the television, and there it is. He said, "Yeah, we just came up from Mr. Z's room, and we had it on." And I couldn't believe it. It's just unheard of. Myself and Mr. D'Angelo and his family had just gone up to the top. We were on vacation, and we'd just gone to the top of the World Trade Center in August, so it was just unbelievable.
Did you call anyone?
I didn't call anyone. I came right through our rooms were connected, and mine and Mr. D'Angelo, so I came right over and told him about it. And same reaction, just disbelief and shock that this could have happened at all.
Do you have any, other comments?
It's just amazing to me that it hit home to Badin that Mr. Malone's son should have been on the flight from Boston, Mr. Z's brother-in-law, and then we had a former student that was in the towers, and he was evacuating. They got the all clear call that everybody could go back to their offices, but he just kept going, and so he wasn't harmed.